Note-taking is a vital part of being successful in and out of school, both in college classes and in the workforce. Degree that you want, be it teaching, nursing, or like me, marketing, you will need to take notes to succeed in class. I know that once I graduate college, I'll have a job that requires me to take notes during meetings or take notes to learn new skills on the job. I also know that a lot of other jobs will require note-taking, so I decided to research how to take notes and how it could help everybody else that I know. So, what do we know about note-taking? We know it happens all the time when we're learning in school, but it can also be useful when you're trying to learn a new hobby. Note-taking is a powerful tool for memorizing and reviewing information, be it for tests or skills. Note-taking is usually known as writing down useful material as you learn it, and then organizing that material so it can be remembered later for when you're studying. Notes are like an outside memory for note-takers who do not need to memorize all the material they learned. Picture it as a previously on this TV show clip before a new episode airs. It's a way to help remember what happened without sitting through the last episode again. Pretty useful, right? I wonder how we can make a previously on moment for our schoolwork. I decided to see if I could find out how to take better notes by consulting a research paper. This paper was lovingly titled, Processing Time and Cognitive Effort of Longhand Note-Taking when Reading and Summarizing a Structured or Linear Text. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Basically, this paper discusses the quality of students' note-taking and how it changes depending on the amount of information given to them in a specific way. This paper, Thierry Olive and Marie-Laure Barbier gave the readers dozens of tips for note-taking before conducting research. Different groups read a paper and write summaries on what they read. One group had a paper that was formatted with lots of bullet notes, headings, boldings, italics, while the second group was just given a big blob of unformatted text. Each group had 15 minutes to read and take notes, and another 15 minutes to write about what they read. A simple task like that doesn't sound like it'd bring any information. However, it did. For the group that read the formatted text, the researchers discovered that they took less time to read the paper. This also means that they have more time to take notes that they could use during summarizing. This sounds like the best way to go, or so I thought, until I read further and found out that the group with the unformatted text picked up more information than the first group. The formatted paper group used all of their notes when summarizing, while the unformatted paper group had to select only a proportion of notes because they took too many to use. Having too many notes sounds like a horrible thing because a lot of us have been told to use everything that we take notes of. However, having too much information helps fill out a better paper because we don't have to use every single thing and they might all relate to each other, instead of trying to stretch out 20 different topics into one big paper. You might be saying, sure, that's nice and all, but how will this information help me? For me, knowing that I get more information out of reading big sections of text that aren't formatted, like a textbook, helps me feel a lot better about spending all that time to read each page and take notes. Even if you don't mind note-taking, a lot of people will just copy the notes straight from the text without changing it. Unfortunately, this doesn't really help us remember anything. The best way for us to learn from our notes is to completely rewrite them in our own words. But I can't write as fast as my professor lectures. Don't worry, this is true for almost everyone that takes notes. Luckily, you don't need to take notes in perfect grammar or even with words. You can use tools like graphic organizers, bullet notes, headings, and little drawings to help you remember certain information from your class. Even jotting down keywords to define and study later on will drastically improve what you'll remember for your next big test. I know a lot of information was in here, so I hope you could absorb a small snippet of it. Even just one note-taking tip from this presentation could help change a grade from a B to an A. I hope you enjoyed watching and thank you for your time. Good luck on your next note-taking journey!